Debt accumulation. Unborn children too should contribute to infrastructure, says Fashola. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel. Please listen to the end. Every time and then, just when you think or you thought you have heard it all, you are hit with another one from the government. I keep asking yourself, how did we get here? These are the people you voted for. Oh, forgive me. In Nigeria, people believe that there is no election. What they have is selection. Yes, as far as it's concerned, that people will go out, queue on the line for a period of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. Ensure that their vote is there. Some even stay to the end to ensure that their votes are counted, only for hoodlums to come from nowhere, hijack it and disappear, or hoodlums should take it, break the box and empty its content into the gutter, or hoodlums to come, take the content, beat people up, and, you just disappear. And at the end of the day, you see your whole efforts, it is not behind you. You are still there. It is being wasted. And you tell these people to come out to vote. And people will now say that this is exactly what the government wants, so that you will not come out and vote. They can manipulate it to how they want. They manipulate it and pick, and at the end of the day, it is indeed a selection. It is really, really bad. Please listen to the news in detail. Works and Housing Minister Babatunde Fashola has justified debt accumulation by President Muhammad Buhari regime, saying it is a way for the unborn generation to contribute to the country's infrastructure building. Our infrastructure are no longer enough for us to use. That is why Mr. Fashola told BBC Yoruba, the children people say we are accumulating debt for. Should we wait until they are 40 to start building infrastructure, or we build infrastructure before they are born? Which is more sensible? They should meet the infrastructure on ground. Citing a project he executed as former Lagos State Governor, Mr. Fashola said, I asked people that the bridge we built in Lagos yesterday in Lekki, should we have waited for the children who will use the bridge, are going to school now to become adults before building the bridge? Is it not better that they use it from when they are little? They should also contribute to it. The minister said Nigerians will either choose between government borrowing or increment in taxes, adding that the American government has a debt burden of $23 trillion and it is still borrowing. Away from Mr. Fashola's assertion, former President Olusegun Obasanjo, whose administration is lauded for clearing Nigerians' foreign debt, condemned the continuous borrowing by the Buhari regime, saying accumulating debt for future generations is foolish and criminal. If you are borrowing for recurrent expenditure, it is a height of folly. If you are borrowing for development that can pay itself, of course, that is understandable. Then paying itself, how long will it take to pay itself? Mr. Obasanjo said days after Mr. Buhari made requests to the National Assembly for a fresh $4 billion loan last month. With Nigeria's debt service to revenue ratio at 98%, experts say continuing borrowing is unsustainable. But if you are borrowing and you are accumulating debt for the next generation and the generation after them, it is criminal, to put it mildly, Mr. Obasanjo added. And then, all of a sudden, just when you think you have heard it all, like I was saying earlier, you hear the one that will eat you the more. You hear the one that you bite your lips until it bleeds. You hear the one that you pinch yourself and ask yourself, what mistake did you make? I believe you me, it is no joke when people come out and say they became a Nigerian by force. It's no longer a joke. With things going on in this country now, I tell you that it is not going well. People are not happy. There are no good roads. The infrastructure they claim to be doing is audio infrastructure. It cannot be seen. It cannot be seen. Tell me, where is the infrastructure? Where is it? Where is it? You go to government general hospital, people die every day because of lack of adequate medical facilities, medical equipment. They die on a daily basis because what should be there is not made available. And then you provide it by yourself. You go to a private hospital. You go to a private hospital and you pay for services and make sure you get what you need. You get the treatment you need. And still, you pay tax for it too. Hospital that you did not, you pay tax. You are made to pay tax. There's this tax that you cannot evade. It is gotten from the salaries of workers. You cannot evade it. You cannot, this one you cannot. Everybody that is working pays it. They remove the tax. You buy sweets today, you pay. You buy airtime, you pay. Everything you buy, you pay. And these people will come out and say, oh, a large population, a large percent of the population are not paying tax. And you ask yourself, Nigerians will come and ask you, how many of them did you give employment? Oh, the federal government, of course, this year they said that Nigerians should make sure they look for them, they should suit themselves, that they are not creating any job. And of course, statements will now come now that they are preparing for election, a lot of campaigns. The same campaigns that when protesters go out to campaign against bad governance, they'll be shot at, they'll be dehumanized. People come out and say, oh, I will create jobs, 5,000 jobs. Some will say 3,000, some will say 20,000, some say 1 million. And I keep looking at them. Who are they deceiving? Now you are saying that children, unborn children, should contribute. What are you doing for them? Is it not supposed to, I keep asking, the government's job is to promote the country, move the country from this state it was in 2 or number 3 states. You move it to number 7, 8, 9 or 10. You move it forward positively. The government or the country is in -1. You move it from minus, I move it to +10. That is it. That is the job of a government, to make sure all their policies, they better the lives and citizens of Nigeria. But what do you have today? All their policies, what have you they do? They do it with only themselves, thinking about themselves. And I keep saying, somebody should remind these people that this thing is a public office. It is not a private office. You cannot use the funds to do anything you wish. And of course, you do not just wake up and do things. You are supposed to communicate. They say we practice a democratic system of government, yet we are not communicated to. They are not even employing the dialogue to discuss, oh, this is what is happening. And people will say, okay, is this happening? Why is this? We do not like it. What is it meant for? Is it for our own good? Nothing of that such happen. What happens when you come out and talk? You are harassed. You are beaten to a pulp. You are arrested and thrown in prison. If care is not taken, you are killed. And people are saying enough is enough. This country, what have you done for the so-called unborn children that should contribute to the said audio infrastructure facilities that we cannot see? On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen and staying to the end. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.